Okay. The threatening I am making here is I am getting ready while the camera is on, and I will post on YouTube that I'm not ready every time I turn on the camera. Okay. Well, I've been supervised a lot. I've had a lot of home invasions into my housing. So you're used to seeing that I'm not ready to see you. Well, we are deceased in all the threatening. But when I was first and alive, some things were generously deceased for me that I don't afford later in life when I'm full height and on my own without a house and I'm banking myself so I can have food. Well, I need the food, but I have to build the address of my house for the food. It can't be that I need food and I have no address. And I'm not prepared to say that I am deceased in the threatening to the threatening made by heaven because I am the upper order and my cooperation is not due. I am none higher than me, deceased right here, and my cooperation is not due. That means I find you illegal to the threatening, and you make me think that heaven above me does not know what I'm going to do. Yeah, because you don't. Well, you are making the threatening, but I'm not being created in my own creator about myself that it would move around me. I can't move around that you are so low that you need me in genitals. And then you are asking me if I know how to be myself in my genitals around who? Of you. Because you alive shunts and you don't speak for yourself. And I'm so old that I know it by my age, even though I don't know it by your admission of guilt. I am the finder with this Godhead, but I am being created by heaven above. So heaven is what is asking the question for the finding. That means when you talk to me about myself, I can't answer you about yourself because I am the finder for heaven. It speaks around me, for me, and you cannot speak to me with yourself about yourself, and I'm going to answer you with myself. You can't do that. I am the finder for heaven, and you are in contempt that way. So I find you in contempt that way, but I don't afford it because you cannot bank that problem. Well, the money, let's say the money is for deposit only into the bank. If you take money out of the bank, you will never be able to pay for somebody else unless they made the deposit. What if they made the deposit? How come they can't get the money out themselves? Well, you are going to abominate that you made the deposit if you spend the money on yourself. I don't know Charles Toe that way. It's due to myself. I don't need any such help from you to understand what are your problems. Pretty much you just want me to give up the money that I am to myself. So I am the finder that you want me to give up the money I am. I just don't afford it. Because you have to give up the money you are at the same time. I'm not here to entertain your questions. Even a gumball machine would not give you a gumball without a coin. I have seen a penny gumball machine. Have you? My overlord said something I didn't say. I have seen a penny gumball machine. Yes, in my lifetime I have. And I have bought gumballs out of a penny gumball machine. Have you? I've also seen dime and quarter. Yeah, I don't actually buy gumball machines for more than 1 quarter. Your 50 cents gumball machines are too expensive. They are giant gumball machines with giant gumballs, and they are too expensive. You can't afford them. Here. I would like to wear socks for cooking at the stove. Well, I was off cooking. I did not use the oven or stove for as many salads as they brought me from the supermarket. It was salads and bagels. When I ran out of bagels, I turned the stove on again and I still have one salad left. It's a salad kit. I might have that later. Maybe, maybe not. So, um, the stove did shrink in size. So I cleaned it. So I'd like to say something about myself deceased, but it's homeless in the threatening. Well, I am homeless in the money you ordered for myself, and I fell asleep after I made some chili today. I had a bowl of chili, which was maybe half of the batch, and then I wrapped up the other half of the batch in the one Tupperware that was given to me with the chili mixes elsewhere, other soup mixes elsewhere. And I do have threatening that I need more supplies from the supermarket, but I don't have threatening that I would be using the delivery I've been using in the past. I think you executed my feeder. He doesn't answer on the phone. I don't need him now. But if I do need him, and he does not respond, I don't have any communication directly with anyone who dropped off food for me in the past that would bring it for me again. That means you brought it for the store. You brought it to the store in that scenario. I gave you food to deliver to Smith's supermarket and put it on the shelves is not true. Well, Mitchell doesn't afford it. Nope, he doesn't afford it, and I don't want to help him anymore either. You want what out of my feeder? Because he's in Wisconsin, or if he's in Nevada, he didn't give me the house he's using to pay you. So he's not really paying you. He's thieving you. He didn't give me the house. Do you want that I don't have the house? If you want that I don't have the house, why do you let go of the food? What's making the charge here? You're not over a charge that you wouldn't give to me. You have to give something out that is charged, and you have to give it to me. Really? Because I'm still here and I don't have a house. Why can't I have a house from the supermarket as well? Is there anyone who could be a brand new day, a brand new employee of the Smith supermarket who could give me a house and some food and quit? And then I would need to get food from somebody else. Are you not going to give it to me ever? Get out of this, Smiths. I need a death on myself because I don't want to live anymore. You make me that I don't want to live anymore, and you don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm not suicidal. I don't want to live this way. And I know why. It's your occupation of the Smith supermarket. I don't want to live this way with your occupation of the supermarket. How many motions do I owe God for that question? In the year 2005, I had a disaster. Yes, it was a disaster. Well, I want to just make one note about within the disaster without complaining about the whole thing right now. I found a basket. It had a set of sheets in it. It was like a laundry basket, plastic. It had a set of sheets in it, and it had like toothbrush, toothpaste, and maybe some soap. Do you call it like a care basket? Okay, well, it was in my discharge plan from an abduction by a hospital that was called a state hospital, but they discharged me when I didn't have anywhere to go. I didn't have keys in the state hospital safe. And when I was discharged, I was gifted Oh, that was how I got hospitalized. Yes, somebody gave me a gift when I got out of the hospital. As if I wasn't hospitalized for telling you that's what's wrong with you. You are out of time and you are out of the money it is for you to be financially independent without knowing exactly what is wrong with you from me. You cannot just expect that you're not going to know what's wrong with you from me. You exhausted that you were independent and that you moved yourself. You didn't. I find that you didn't. I'm not going to change for you. You're out of that money, and I'm holding alive this way now. I'm telling you, what's wrong with it? That's your money now. You didn't figure out how to tell yourself what's wrong with it and move yourself away with what's wrong with it, right near myself. You're not a high enough being for your complaints. You're not high enough in God to make a complaint. You don't have the leverage. You don't have the substance. I am healthy in the threatening, and I hear something above myself that I can dismiss. What's wrong with it? I'm not creating itself, am I? Well, I'm right here. Something died out of heaven so that I could be here because it died in its bed today. Yep, died. Well, I can get up. I can hold alive, but it died of that I didn't have all the money it is to be here around the food. I died to secure the front door. I died to secure myself asleep. I died because it was elsewhere's in the money. The money having to do with you moving right along out of the apartment complex to the outside exterior of the gate and fence and the door locking of the fence. What are you going to do with all the gate keys? Are you going to die of a gate key? That's not funny because I don't have this gate key in karma. No. I have a copy of this gate key, but it's not my leverage. If you're here inside of the gate key now, you've been put out already. The police have put you out already. I don't know how to describe how many ways. At least 10 times you've been put out of this gate. Yeah, and you're still here. Oh, yeah, and you crank your head around and talk to me about myself inside the gate. That's going to stop, but I don't know when because you're not due outside the gate or inside the gate. You're not due anywhere near me anymore. If you're not myself and you call me you, get on a rocket and go to the moon and stay there. Try it. If you can live there without breathing because there's no atmosphere, that's where you belong. Calling me you. And you know who I am. You just call me you. I'm not you to you, but you don't stop directing your talking problem right at me. You don't think you're threatening me physically. I think you're threatening me with everybody who's not yourself, and you're fearless the wrong way. You're so sloppy. You're like if you broke a glass window and shattered it, you would say, oh, well, I don't know how to put all the pieces back together. I'll just call some company to bring a new window and put it in the opening where the other window used to be before it broke. You're so bizarre you don't know what to do with that you break the windows. What if you had like duct tape or plastic? You would just use a piece of plastic to cover up where the window used to be. Like what, a garbage bag? So plastic and duct tape. But what if you had to put all those little tiny pieces of the glass and the big pieces? What if you had to fit them all back together? Could you get the tape to hold it all together? Or what about glue? How about crazy glue? For all those females out there like my mom. Do you know my mom used to break her fingernails and she would use crazy glue to put her fingernails on? Like put the piece of her fingernail back on its fingernail to make it look like it did before. Like she had a manicure and it's crazy glue in the fingernail. Yeah, can you do that with a glass window? Can you put all the glass pieces back together with crazy glue and make it hold in place? You know, don't touch it after that, right? Just try not to touch it. So that's my report to Lilia. Lilia is one of Mom's manicurists. There's another one named Edith. That's a long time ago. That would have been the first one, right, that I know about. Edith, she's a senior, and she did Mom's nails. And then there was Lilia. She's Russian, okay? So Lilia, she did Mom's nails at Valentine's Salon. And I want to report to Lilia this way. You don't afford that Mom broke her nails and used crazy glue to put them back together if she's counting motions in my house. It's not your house, Lilia. If you do a manicure on somebody, she stays with you. Lilia, my mom lives with you. If you live in the salon, she lives in the salon. If you have a house, she lives in your house. You can't take money from Becky like I was the one getting a manicure in your salon. You took my money? That's not me having a manicure in your salon. Nobody thinks that. I don't wear nail polish, ever. Don't forget the pedicure. Lilia, my mom lives with you. Well, if she won't stay with you, what do you talk about over her nails? What do you talk about Becky over the manicure? How's Becky? Oh, she's still in school. Yeah. What do you talk about over the manicure? Because it's money. You're actually there for money. You were there in her emergency that she needed a manicure. I don't have any such extra money to get a manicure. I don't have enough money for myself. I don't have any money for myself. What kind of a scheme is that? You look like the two of you are waiting for God to save the both of you. When I say go outside and wait for God to come and get you, I really mean it. You have to go outside alone and wait for God to get you alone. You cannot be doing a crime on banking with payments for a manicure, and then Donna and Lilia are waiting outside alones together for God to come and get you. That's not your money. You want God to tell you it's not your money? How can you do each other's nails? Mom, do you do Lilia's nails? No, 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 no. No, just Lilia's doing Mom's nails, manicure and pedicure. Do you know what I heard the gay guys saying on TV? Mani Petty. Yeah, from the gay guys, that's what they call it now. On Cox Cable. David Ritz, if you have a manicure, get out of my house. You can't be a male and get a manicure. Your male has a penis. All you can do is touch your penis and say that's all you have to yourself. That's all that's yours to yourself. You can't get a manicure and start touching things and saying it's yours to yourself. Jesse Dahlberger, you have to get out of the house of a male with a penis who gets a manicure. Is that even true? I'm going by my recollection here, and wow, that's so long ago. I would revisit that with David. Did you get a manicure? Do you want me to ask him that? David, I just have this thought. Do you ever have a manicure? I just want to remember that from when I was young, that I heard you say that you got a manicure. Who said it? He wasn't alone in the house, so he's with Diane in the house, Stephanie, Matthew, and Jesse. And so David got a manicure. Don't forget the snake. You can't use a snake to pay somebody to get a manicure on a man. Well, he's a hoopiness. He's not a man with a dung genital. He's a hoopiness, but he's like a man. Note to self. I move the creation around myself. Not really for myself. I'm not you. Well, if you're alive and alive, you have to die in God. Your problem with talking to me about myself with yourself, and you're not myself, and you don't create myself, so you have nothing in it. Yeah, that's going out of alive hard. You're going to go all the way out of alive hard with all the banging. Yep, all the problems. Banging the money because you're banging the money.